Hello and welcome everyone to IT Pro Guide. Mohammed Nias with you. You are watching the third video of Azure Identity Access Management. In the first video, we discussed why Identity Access Management is required and what Azure offers as Identity Access Management. Then we saw how to create a tenant for Azure. In this video, you are going to watch one of the three methods that offered by Microsoft to synchronize your on-premises or to extend your on-premises local Active Directory with Microsoft Azure. Password hash synchronization. There are other two methods, pass-through and federated authentication, that we will watch in the coming videos. Synchronization of your on-premises Active Directory to Azure Cloud, we can call it as a hybrid identity. So does all organization require a hybrid identity? No. For example, some organizations, they don't have any on-premises workloads. They use completely pure cloud-based application. Then they doesn't need to go for a hybrid identity like synchronizing their on-premises Active Directory with Azure AD. The other case is, for example, you have Office 365 for your organization. At the same time, you have on-premises file server. So your users need to authenticate Office 365 for their emails. At the same time, they need to access the file server also. So if you don't have a AD synchronization method, then you need to keep two username and two passwords. So if you have more applications in cloud and on-premises, then you need to keep a lot of usernames and password for one user. This is going to be a headache when the user resigns from the company, because you need to find each user and you need to reset the password or you need to disable the user. So a single sign-on is our aim. So a hybrid identity will help us to achieve a single sign-on for a mixed environment like cloud applications and on-premises application. So what we're going to do here is we're going to download AD Connect, then install AD Connect, then configure password hash synchronization. So this will synchronize hashes of your password to Microsoft Azure Active Directory. So whenever the users want to authenticate for a cloud-based application, then that is resolved or that is authenticated from Azure AD. At the same time, your local resources like a file server or whatever in your on-premises data center, that is going to be authenticated from your local Active Directory. By this way, you can have a single sign-on for cloud-based applications and also for your local resources also. So what is a password hash? When you enter a password, it is not going to be saved as the same plain text. It will go for some processing based on some algorithms, and that hash algorithm will convert this password into a unique string. So this is an irreversible operation. Even if you lose the password hashes, that is not enough for the attackers to get an access to your resources. So you are going to synchronize these password hashes to Azure AD in password hash synchronization method. So let's see how to install AD Connect and synchronize your passwords with the password hash synchronization method. Open Microsoft 365 Admin Center, then go to Admin Center and find Active Directory portal. From the Azure Active Directory portal, go to sync users and groups from your on-premises directory to your Azure AD. Here you can see there is nothing installed and configured. So let's download Azure AD Connect. Click download. Once you complete the download, run the setup file. You can run AD Connect in any server which is joined to the domain, or you can run it from the Active Directory also. You can see there is an error, Windows PowerShell 3.0 on and .NET Framework 4.1 or later is required. So I'm gonna download Windows PowerShell 3.0 and .NET Framework 4.1. This is not required if you are running AD Connect in a Windows Server 2012. Here I am running AD Connect in Windows Server 2008 R2. .NET Framework has installed, and also Windows PowerShell 3.0 is also installed. I'm just gonna restart this server. Now we can install AD Connect. Agree to the license terms, then click continue. You can just click use express settings because you can see it use password hash synchronization from on-premises Active Directory to Azure AD. Enter your global administrator credential for Azure, then click next. Then enter your on-premises local Active Directory credential. You can verify the configuration, then click install. If you are planning for Exchange hybrid deployment, then you can just select Exchange hybrid deployment, then click install. You may come up with an error like this when you run Azure AD Connect installation. The solution is to run a PowerShell command, so we can do that here. Open PowerShell and run the following command: set execution policy remote signed. Once you run the command, then retry the configuration. Now the configuration has completed. Let's go back to the Azure AD portal. Go and select users. Now you can see some local Active Directory users are boarded to Azure AD. So only one user which is showing as Azure Active Directory, that is the tenant global administrator. All other users are synced from local Active Directory. When you open each users, you will see the source is Windows Server Active Directory. In the coming videos, you will see how to synchronize using pass-through method and also how to set up a ADFS based federated authentication method. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos, subscribe our YouTube channel.